Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Hell in a Cell preview show. It is tomorrow at 8 o'clock on the WWE Network for $9.99. Order right now on WWE.com. But for this Hell in a Cell, it should be a good card. Like, a lot of beef about the last couple cards for the pay-per-views, but this looks like a good one. So let's see. Goldust versus Stardust, the tag team champions, versus the challengers, the Usos. Phil is here with us, and he will talk about that match.
Alright, now, Goldust and Stardust, they won against the Usos, I think it was that Night of Champions when they won the championships.
Yes, I think it was too.
It was that Night of Champions, and that was back in, this is going to be the first time events on a pay-per-view, I think, right?
Yep.
So,
I think, right? Well, yeah, because
Night of Champions was in September.
Yeah, and weren't the Usos still tag team champions when we were doing our SummerSlam party? I think they were. Yeah, okay.
They were.
Okay,
yeah,
so
they were feuding with them, but they didn't win the titles until Night of Champions.
yeah.
Now, the Usos, they're a great tag team. They're one of the best brother tag teams of all time. Excluding, of course, Brothers of Destruction, but that's another time. We could have that as like a definite.
They are definitely one of the greatest tag teams of all time. Yes, I think I'm finally willing to say that they are definitely one of the greatest. They're not the greatest because I think Brothers of Destruction. I think all those Attitude Era tag teams with Edge and Christian, the Dudley Boys and the Hardys, all going at it at TLC matches. But the Usos are definitely the hottest tag team going today. I think it's fair to say that.
Yeah, and you know how I feel about Goldust and Stardust. Stardust is just a ridiculous character in my mind, and Goldust, he just come back all of a sudden to tag team up with his brother, and then the Stardust thing happened. But they won the tag team titles at Night of Champions,
Yep.
and I think they are going to retain it tonight. I don't see the Usos
Tomorrow
getting the championships until maybe either Survivor Series or TLC. But that's what I think.
Okay. A couple things to go over. Obviously, Goldust and Stardust, they are probably the weirdest tag team I think I've seen in a very, very long time. I mean, they're just odd, which I think throws the Usos off a little bit. But also you gotta also think when people say that, and my counter to it was before. Well, look at the Wyatt family. The Usos beat the Wyatt family. What was it, like 3 times in a row? I mean, to retain their tag team championships. I mean, they are that legit. But Goldust and Stardust, there's just something about them. Maybe it's that they're brothers. Maybe it's that the chemistry is there when the Wyatt family obviously aren't brothers, but it's led by Bray Wyatt, so that's why it is the Wyatt family. But I mean, maybe it is that they're brothers and they ended up having those chemistry, or that chemistry to help them beat them. But I am going with Goldust and Stardust, for Hell in a Cell. Let's see. AJ Lee versus Paige for the Divas Championship. I am picking AJ Lee, because I don't like Paige, and it's just as simple as that. Phil, you could go now because I made my point.
Now,
Alright.
it's just that simple to you?
It's just that simple. Like with Booker T saying that stuff about Bo Dallas. Yeah.
I remember that. He's like, I don't like him.
I don't like Bo Dallas. Thank you for the thanks for the input.
Thank you for that observation. Well, you know how, it's pretty much just like what Trent said. I don't like her either. And, I obviously see AJ holding the title still. And, it's just that simple. Like, I don't understand why they're making this seem like it's one of the best diva matches of all time, AJ and Paige, because it's not.
Well, I mean, you look at this, and What is the biggest Divas thing going right now? Because I'll tell you right now, it's not AJ Lee versus Paige. It's the Bellas feuding.
It's the Bellas.
That's what's going right now. Because I mean, like with what happened at SummerSlam, shocked everybody except for Phil because he's the one that called. I give you a lot of credit because you called that one. I'll give it to you. But I mean, you look at that and it's something big. But I don't have faith in Paige to lead the company. I think AJ is the future of this company, and she could really do a lot of things. Rusev versus Big Show. I mean, are we witnessing the Rusev crush come to an end? We've been wrong, I believe, the past 3 or 4 pay-per-views because we want Rusev to lose so badly. But then again, we're all like pushing for Rusev to win the United States Championship. So then, if Rusev is going to win the United States Championship as I want him to, I'm picking Rusev to win at Hell in a Cell.
Me too. I love the Big Show. Don't get me wrong. He's a great competitor, but we all saw how Big Show was trying to get into Rusev's head, but it did not work. It just simply did not work when Rusev was facing Big E on I think it was Monday Night Raw or whatever.
Monday Night Raw, yeah.
He got into Rusev's head, but he did not let that stay in his mind. He went back to Big E, put that accolade on him, and made him tap out once again. And Big E is a big guy.
People think Big E is not that big, but Big E is a huge guy. He is huge. You look at.
I think he actually did.
He is not an easy guy to put the accolade on at all. He is not an easy guy, and the way he put it on, it just contorted Big E. Like you looked at him in his body, and I was like, his body's not supposed to bend that way at all. Like I don't care how flexible you are, that hurts.
And before he has had put Big Show in the accolade before.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is possible. So I think he is going to win a Hell in a Cell, meaning Rusev. And if they don't, I think the next feud for Rusev would probably be Sheamus for the United States Championship if he does retain tonight. Meaning Sheamus. Mm-hmm. So let's just see how this goes. Picking Rusev.
Now, for a match that I really don't care about, and probably the only match on this card that I really don't care about, it's the United States Championship between Sheamus and Miz. I'm picking the Miz to win. Actually, you know what? I'm picking Sheamus. I'm picking Sheamus to retain his title because I think Sheamus and Rusev will be going at it. I think that's what will happen. So I'm picking Sheamus.
Here we go with the Mizdow again. Here we go with the Mizdow thing again. Now,
Phil hates this so much. He hates Mizdow. Not that he hates Mizdow. No. He don't hate Mizdow. He just hates what WWE's doing with Damien Sandow. Is what his name is.
Sandow is making this Mizdow thing work so much. I don't think I've ever told you this before, but the guy is over more than
the Miz himself. I'm telling you straight up, Phil. I'm telling you straight up. Damien Sandow is a former Money in the Bank winner.
Yes.
Now, you're going to throw that away and not even give him a chance? Like,
what are you talking about?
You're not going to give him a chance. You gave him the Money in the Bank briefcase. He didn't even get a chance to cash it in.
I'm not the one not giving him a chance.
No, I wasn't talking to you. When I say you, I'm assuming to WWE.
Oh,
like,
WWE.
But I was like, how are you? I'm literally like this. Now, Damien Mizdow, when Damien Sandow was going through all that time where he was impersonating people from that hometown, okay, WWE was doing that just to get Sandow on the card. A lot of those times, Sandow is making a good thing out of a bad situation, and that's what he's doing right now with Damien Mizdow. Like, he's making it not great, not something that's good, but he's making it okay for a horrible storyline. So I am impressed with Damien Sandow, and I think he should be and could be a main eventer.
I'm gonna pick Sheamus, but I'm just gonna say this. Just watch out for Damien Mizdow. I think Damien Mizdow is actually gonna do something really big tomorrow at Hell in a Cell for The Miz. And if that does happen, we could see a new United States champion, but I'm picking Sheamus for that Rusev.
I'm on Bleacher Report right now. We went Goldust and Stardust versus the Usos. AJ over Page. Right, we picked AJ over Page. Rusev and the Big Show. And Miz and Sheamus. The Miz versus Sheamus was the first one that we did not get, which Bleacher Report picked the Miz to beat Sheamus. So, let's get to our next match, which is a 2 out of 3 falls for the Intercontinental Championship. Dolph Ziggler versus Cesaro. Phil, who do you think is going to win?
This is going to be a hell of a good match. Cesaro, Monday Night Raw, pins the Intercontinental Champion with that great uppercut that I saw at the end of the match. That was a great move to end the match. And then I was watching Friday Night SmackDown. Intercontinental Championship was on the line, Trent. Cesaro and Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler pulled out one of the greatest counters to retain that Intercontinental Championship.
Yep.
Cesaro went for the uppercut, pushed him out of the way, turned Cesaro around, and did the zigzag.
Yeah.
Now, if Dolph Ziggler can do that I keep thinking it's tonight. I usually do these on Sundays anyway.
Yeah. Tomorrow.
If he does this tomorrow night at Hell in a Cell, we could still have Dolph Ziggler as Intercontinental Champion. But he's just gonna have to watch out for that Cesaro's uppercut, man, because that's a great move. But I'm still picking Dolph Ziggler to win this match.
So is Bleacher Report. And so am I. I'm picking Dolph Ziggler to beat Cesaro. I think they could really move something, and I think this rivalry could keep going into Survivor Series, and that's when Cesaro would get the Intercontinental Championship. And I don't think it'll be tonight. And I don't think it'll be prolonging it as long as this match at Hell in a Cell is a good one. Like a good one. Like not the one that steals the show, but a definite good one that could take it into Survivor Series. And I think we'll have something big.
But remember, guys, this is a 2 out of 3 falls match. So if Cesaro could get the first pinfall, and I think Dolph Ziggler will get the second and the third. That's how I think.
Okay.
It's gonna happen.
I think Ziggler will get the first, Cesaro will get the second, and Ziggler will get the third.
Alright. Let's move on.
So now let's get to Divas feud that has really boiled over the past couple of weeks, or months even. Ever since Nikki Bella turned on her sister at SummerSlam, the loser will be the winner's personal assistant, Brie Bella and Nikki Bella. I am going with Nikki Bella to win this match because I don't see Nikki being Brie's personal assistant. I think it'll turn around and Brie will have to be Nikki's because that's usually how these personal assistant things go. And I don't think Brie gets her revenge for tomorrow.
Now, I'm picking Nikki Bella as well. And, I mean, like you said, if Brie does win, you know Nikki Bella's not going to want to become Brie's personal assistant. and she does not want to quit WWE. So I believe that Nikki Bella will win this match, but I don't believe that Brie Bella would want to be Nikki Bella's personal assistant, and she'll probably have to quit the WWE. But that, I'm just gonna leave that out of the picture and just say that if that whole stipulation was not into play, I still pick Nikki Bella to win over Brie Bella.
Okay.
And have them still go ahead as Survivor Series.
Yeah. Alright, guys, just before we continue, I know a lot of you guys probably know the shooting that happened in Marysville. I made a video on it yesterday. We know that 2 are dead and 4 are injured. The one person that is dead is the shooter. I want to take about 30 seconds to just pray for those who were in that, and that we hope we don't have to deal with this again.
And I actually had no idea about this.
Yeah.
I watched your video. I had no idea. So I'd love to do that.
But here's what we're being told about the alleged gunman by students and I.
Okay. Thank you guys very much for that. We're not done yet. We got the 2 main events for Hell in a Cell. It's inside Hell in a Cell. Which one should we do first? Randy Orton versus John Cena or Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins?
I say Randy Orton versus John Cena because I think the Dean Ambrose Seth Rollins is going to be I think a lot better than
Orton versus Cena. The winner will go on to Survivor Series to face Brock Lesnar. To face Brock Lesnar for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. I am going with Randy Orton to defeat John Cena.
Me too. I'm actually going to choose someone other than John Cena to beat John Cena to get a shot at Brock Lesnar. Now, I don't think Brock Cena 4 will happen. Meaning 4 guys, I mean 4th match they're going to have this year. But that's not going to happen, okay? Because it's obvious that I think that Randy Orton might turn face soon, okay?
Randy Orton
might turn against the Authority.
I'm telling you right now, Orton's going to turn face. This is my twist. Like, Phil had his 2 twists that he got right at SummerSlam, which was, by the way, probably one of the worst prediction pay-per-views I think I've ever had. Okay?
I had, like, 3 out of 8.
It was so bad. Okay? But here's my twist for Survivor Series. Randy Orton will win this match tomorrow night. He'll go on to Survivor Series and win and beat Brock Lesnar, and Seth Rollins will come out and cash in on him. And I don't know who will win. Orton may beat Seth Rollins. Rollins may beat Randy Orton. But, I mean, it should be a good one. And I think Orton will turn face at that moment and start trying to go after Seth Rollins. Because you can already see the fire being sparked inside the Authority. I mean, it is not looking good for the Authority right now. I mean, you had Seth Rollins curve stomp Randy Orton at the end of Raw. Is that just like trying to make us think that they're not on the same page? Who knows? But, I mean, we could be looking at maybe the eruption and the just blowing up of the Authority right now. Alright, so our last match, which is, I don't know if this will be the last match on the card, but it is Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins, a well-anticipated match that people are really looking forward to. It's inside Hell in a Cell. Who are you picking, Phil?
Now, this Hell in a Cell match is the first for both of these 2 competitors, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. Now, Dean Ambrose. Moniker is the lunatic fringe. Seth Rollins. Self-proclaimed future of the WWE.
He's not, though.
He's not though. No. Dean Ambrose with the lunatic fringe. He should be locked up in a cage. I think this will be his home.
This is his home. This is where Dean Ambrose feels comfortable. Locked inside a cell with his arch enemy. He's like a lion in there. I mean, it's like it's unbelievable what Dean Ambrose, like, he being a lunatic fringe. Seth Rollins says he's the future of WWE. We watch Dean Ambrose. He's definitely a lunatic. I mean, he is the lunatic fringe. Seth Rollins is not the future of WWE. I think we all know that lies in the hands of Roman Reigns, who I think, well, and even me, myself, like, people were saying back in 2002 when they needed that new future to come in, when Austin was not the same guy and when Brock was not the same guy, and Cena was at the bottom of four guys. He was number 4 out of Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar, and Dave Bautista. But Cena's now the guy. So I mean, we all think Roman Reigns right now, but I don't know. Who knows? Maybe Seth Rollins is the future. Maybe they're gonna go with him. But I just don't like where it's going.
Now, my prediction for this match is going to be Dean Ambrose.
Me too.
But if you think, guys, that this is just going to be just them going at it inside the ring, you're totally wrong. There's going to be some head smashing into that steel cage. Don't you worry about that. There is going to be a lot of fighting outside, and who knows if they're even freaking they even make like a huge spot where they try to fight on top of the steel cage, on top of the Hell in a Cell. Like, that spells trouble for anyone at that point. But
I'm telling you straight up. This match should be the last because this is the match that we all want to see. Orton versus Cena, that's for the #1 contender for the WWE World Title. But
that's great.
It's not what we're looking for. We want to see this match last, and if they put it last, I'm telling you that cell is about to come crashing down. They are about to like bang at that cell, and walls on that cell are gonna break, and they're gonna be climbing up to the top. Someone's gonna fall from the ceiling. I want to see that. I really, really do, and I'm picking Dean Ambrose to come out alive because this is his match. He is the lunatic fringe, but I am picking him to come out on top. And don't forget to watch Hell in a Cell on the WWE Network for how much, Phil?
$9.99.
All right.
It's going to be a great pay-per-view.
It should be. So order on WWE.com. I'll leave the link in the description, and I hope you guys have a good one.